Azindar. Thank you for joining me in my gentle practice today. I ask you to please take care of your body during this practice. If you have props, a blanket, a yoga blanket, or a towel, please bring them. I'd like to have that cushioning under the knees when we are on table or in lunges. Also, if you have blocks, they can come in handy. I won't be cueing any breaks, so anytime you need a break, please find it. Let's start in Sukhasana, easy seated pose with the sit bones down, lengthen through your spine. And this is a great place to bring a cushion or the blanket under the sit bones to help the hips release a little bit and lengthen even more. With the shoulders back, tuck your chin slightly. And just soften the gaze or close your eyes for a few seconds. Start deepening the breath. Bring your mind to where you are and what time it is, what day it is. Bring your mind to the present moment, right here where you are. Start deepening the breath, lengthening through your breath. Let's take a few Dirga breaths together. Inhale, blow your belly like a balloon. Flare the ribs to the sides. Widen the collarbones. Hold. And a long exhale. Empty the breath fully out. Draw the navel all the way back to the spine. Inhale, blow your belly. Flare the ribs. Lift the heart. And exhale, soften the shoulders and let the breath go. Again, a full breath in. Hold at the top of your breath. Take one more sip. Open the mouth and let it go. One more, just like that. A full breath in. And let it go. Start with rolling the shoulders up and back and down and forward. Connect the breath with this movement. Inhale as you widen and exhale as you release down. Make this your own movement. So whatever feels good, if swaying the head side to side or turning your head to the side or even looking down as you sway, whatever it takes to release tension in the back of your neck and the back of the shoulders. Keep connecting the breath with the movement. Inhale as you widen and exhale to press down. Maybe you even use the elbows and widen and exhale, release. One more time, a full breath in. And exhale, let it go. Draw the knees together. I'll meet you in table. And this is a great time to have the blanket under your knees for extra cushioning or a towel. Spread the fingers, shoulders over the wrists, the hips are over your knees, and press with the fingertips, doming the middle of the fingers. Start just swaying side to side, releasing tension in the lower back and your hips. Keep the neck soft and notice how the shoulders are feeling. Maybe you hear some popping or clicking in your hips, and that's fine. And take a full breath in. With your exhale, start drawing circles to the side and back and other side and forward. Inhale and exhale. You can add any rounding and any swaying, tucking in your chin or your hips, and change direction. Connect the breath with this movement. Inhale and exhale to the front. Inhale. And exhale. I'll meet you back in the center. Let's have the knees can stay actually hip width distance apart or come closer, or maybe you can have the knees hip width as wide as the mat with the toes touching. The sit bones start leaning back, maybe touching your heels or hovering, and then walk the hands to the front. Allow a bend in the elbows if the shoulders are tight today, or you can straighten the arms reaching the hands to the front, but tuck the chin, allow the head to be heavy. Maybe the forehead is resting on the mat or hovering. Allow the chest to dip down and feel the length in your spine, like you're creating space between the vertebrae of the spine if you're reaching front and back, the sit bones back and the fingertips forward. Without creating any tension in the back of your neck, even turn your head side to side, just a little sway to make sure your neck is not involved. Take a full breath in. And with your exhale, walk your way out to the left hand outside of the mat, right hand above or next to the left hand. Again, tucking your chin with the right sit bone reaching back, opening the side body. Creating as much space as you can under the armpit, between the side ribs. Take care of the shoulders. If there's any pinch, dial it back. And then walk your way, baby steps to the center to come out from the right hand, left hand above or next to it, left sit bone is back. This time opening the left side body, creating space between the side ribs. Find your long, deep breaths. Just start expanding, creating space on the inside with every inhale. And softening with every exhale. Slowly come back to the center and press up. I'll meet you back in table. The knees are in under your hips and press up. And from table here, notice if you're collapsing into the shoulders, press up. Keep that space between you and your mat, doming the area behind the shoulders, protracting the shoulders. And then extend the left leg back. Point or demi-point the foot. Notice the core, have a zip in the core from the lower belly to the ribs as you press up, trying to keep your weight equally balanced on both hands. Take a full breath in. With your exhale, knee to chest, inhale back, knee to chest, inhale, exhale. Use your breath. The movement is a little bit faster and the breath is a little bit faster. Keep the sides of the neck long, gazing down or slightly to the front. And then pause with the knee to your chest, still pointing the toes. Lift the knee up and draw small circles out, baby circles out. Deepen your breath. And then change direction. Pause here. Notice if you're collapsing down, lift up again. Flex the foot this time and inhale, lift the leg halfway or all the way up, parallel to the floor and down. Inhale, maybe parallel or halfway, and exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Extend the left leg back, flex the foot. Lift up and slide the right hand slightly forward with the wrist in front of the shoulder and start opening. Slide the right foot behind you, opening the left hip with the left hand reaching up and the arm over your ear. Create as much space as you can between the shoulder and the ear. Keep flexing the foot, reaching front and back, creating space in the side body, expanding, taking space around you. Stay right here without sinking into the shoulder. Or inhale, reach, and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, reach front and back. Gaze down, release the left hand, the right foot comes back, and then open the left leg next to you with the toes pointing forward. Hopefully you have that cushioning under the right knee. Anchor the left hand down, the right hand is behind your head. And then inhale, stay here, or maybe lift a little bit, and with your exhale, elbow facing the mat. Inhale, twist, and exhale. We have one more. Inhale. With your exhale, slide the right hand under the armpit with the palm facing the sky. The side of the head is down. And then sweep the left arm all the way back behind you. Maybe find the crease in the inner thigh or not. Curl the fingers and allow gravity to work. And just let go. Take a few deep breaths. With your next inhale, the left hand in front of your face and press up. Your weight is all on the hand. Slide the left foot back. You're back in table. Again, protract the shoulders, spread the fingers, extend the right leg, demi-point or point the toes. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep the back of your neck soft. Inhale, exhale, pause here, tighten the knee to your chest, still pointing the toes, start drawing small circles with your knee. They can be fast or slow. Notice as you press up still. And then change direction. If you hear a click in the hip, not popping, more of a click, make it a smaller circle. Pause here, flex the foot. The right knee is hovering and inhale, open, exhale down. Inhale, open, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, release. Extend the leg. Slide the left hand slightly forward, just a little bit. The left foot out, side of your mat, and inhale, reach the right arm up, take space, and then reach the arm over your ear, reaching front and back. Keeping the space between your left shoulder and the ear. Stay right where you are. This is a great place to stay. Or inhale, reach front and back, and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach and exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and reach front and back. Keep pressing up, gaze down, release the right hand down, bring the left foot back and extend the right leg next to you. The toes are pointing to the front. Anchor the right hand, left hand is behind your head. Either stay here or if it feels good to have a little lift with the left elbow up and then the elbow faces down. Use the breath and exhale. We have 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Then slide the left hand under the armpit with the palm facing the sky, the side of the head or the ears on the mat. And inhale, sweep the arm behind you. Maybe you find the crease in the thigh or not. Come back to your breath. And then the right hand in front of your face. Your weight is all on the right hand to press up into table again and slide the right knee again. From table, tuck your toes. The hands are half a palm print forward. Hover the knees and inhale, lift the hips up to your first downward dog. Our first downward dog, let's allow a bend in your knees to lengthen through your spine, having the sit bones reaching back and up. And then notice the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades back and widen the shoulders. Notice the arms. Lift the forearms towards your fingertips, spreading the fingers. The hands are shoulder width, pressing still with the fingertips. Maybe you add some movement. Release one heel down, bending the opposite knee, and then change sides. Pedaling your feet, but make it really slow to feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Maintaining the long, deep breaths. And then release the heels down. Bend your knees, gaze forward, a deep breath in. And with your exhale, tiptoe all the way to the front of the mat. The feet are hip-width distance apart. Let's stay in our flat backs at first. Draw the shoulder blades to wrap around your spine. Sit bones back, crown of the head is forward. And take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, maybe you fold or you stay in your flat back. So if the back is sensitive today, stick to your flat back. Otherwise, in your fold, maybe the hands can reach towards the elbows, the forearms down, the sit bones are reaching up. Creating as much length as you can in the spine. Tuck your chin, Probably you can sway side to side or not. If you feel imbalanced, please don't. Notice here, if you're tucking your hips to protect the lower back, untuck your hips. Release the hands. Notice you're trying to lengthen the glutes and the hamstrings. Keep a little bend, a micro bend in the knees or a deep bend in your knees. Inhale, flat back again. This time the legs are straight. The spine is long. With your exhale, hands on your hips. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, let it go. Very good. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. With the exhale, the arms are parallel to the floor and back into the shoulder sockets. Lower your hips. Lift the toes up, press the toes down. You're in chair pose. Notice the knees are over the feet. So only if the toes are touching, the knees can touch. And add a little pulsation here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. If you look at the feet, you have the toes slightly in and the heels are out, kind of pigeon-toed. Keep a little bit of space between your feet and inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms parallel to the floor. Lower your hips again. Arms are back into the shoulder sockets. Shift your weight back, lift the toes. Have a little tuck in your hips to lengthen the tailbone, protect the back. And then draw the navel back. The shoulder is back. Let's pulse again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. Very good. We'll do this part, I'll face you. We'll do this part, one breath to movement. Inhale, reach your arms up. With your exhale, sweep the arms back, interlace the fingers, find your way to chair pose, lowering your hips. Inhale, widen the collarbones, lift the hands a little bit higher. And exhale, fold. The knees can be bent. The crown of the head is down. Pull the shoulders back and the hands reach up. Stay right here with your inhale. And the exhale, the hands release down to the mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale to fold. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we'll do the same thing. One breath to movement. I'll do a modified version if your back is sensitive. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower the hips. Circle the arms, interlace the fingers, and inhale, open. Exhale, half fold or a full fold, pulling back. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Keep the back straight, the knees bent. Inhale, half, lift. And exhale to fold, halfway. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's commit to one breath to one movement. We'll do 2 sets here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, interlace the fingers, lower the hips, and inhale, open the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the shoulders, lift the hands. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, circle the arms, lower your hips. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale to fold. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart and the hands to the side. Take a full breath in. And let it go. Take a full breath in and sweep the arms overhead. With your exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, but anchor the hands down to the mat. Bend your knees deeply and step the feet back into downward facing dog. Draw the shoulders back. Notice if the back is rounding, keep the knees bent. Otherwise, the heels can reach down if you're not tucking your hips. If the back is nice and long. And a full breath in again. With your exhale, shift forward to plank pose. The heels are over the toes, shoulders over the wrists, and release the knees down. Shift forward again for the shoulders to pass the wrists, hug the elbows, and very slowly come down with the chin in the chest, and release the hips down onto your belly. We'll do a few back bends here. We'll start with Cobra. So the feet are hip-width distance apart, lifting the kneecaps up. I can slid a paper under the knees. That gets your engagement in the quads and the glutes. And then draw the elbows back, the shoulders back, hugging the elbows tight. The hands are under the shoulders. Then lengthen the crown of the head forward as if you're pulling the head to the front to create space in the spine. And then inhale, stay light on your hands and just have a little lift here. You don't have to lift the gaze. Keep the gaze in front of you. And exhale, release. We'll do this 2 more times. Keep the knees lifting. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. This time, spider finger the hands. You can have the hands slightly forward and hug the elbows. Inhale. Lift, try to stay light on the hands. Keep the breath going. And then release. Very good. Forearms on top of each other and the forehead is on the forearms, and just sway your hips side to side. Take a deep breath in and let it go. The hands are wider outside of your mat. Have the feet even wider, maybe even as wide as the mat. And start lifting the heart. So let's start with the hands in front first, almost to the front of the mat, or about 6 inches or a foot in front of you. And inhale, lift up, pressing the sacrum down. Getting into a deeper back bend. This time the knees are released down, the top of the feet are down, but you're intentionally squeezing the sit bones towards each other. And then come down. If you want to get deeper, if that was too deep, slide the hands forward. If you want to get deeper, slide the hands further back to frame the chest. Feet are still wide, and inhale, lift up. Notice here, if the shoulders are hiking up, that means you went too far back. Keep the breath going. And a full breath in. With your exhale, release. Hands are under the shoulders. Press up and find your way to table. Don't rush into child's pose. Just sway your hips side to side with a little maybe rounding in the back, but don't overdo it. Take a full breath in and let it go. Have the hands pointing out, and then the fingers are pointing towards the knees. Notice this could be really tight on your wrists at first. Slide the shoulders in front of the wrists. But if you want to get deeper, have the hands or the shoulders back with the sit bones reaching towards your heels. Option to sway side to side if that feels good, and then notice what happens when you dome the middle of the fingers and just pressing with the fingertips. That kind of helps your wrists a little bit, and that's a thing that you want to do every time you're on your hands. Pause here. If that's too painful, have the fingers pointing out. It should feel good. Feel like a stretch, but don't overdo it. And then have the hands to the front. Tuck your toes. The knees are touching, and sit back on your heels into your toe crunchers. Interlace the fingers. The forearms are touching, and just draw circles with your wrists. Lengthen through your breath. And then change direction. Release the hands. Hands are in front. Tuck your toes and inhale up to your downward facing dog. We'll take 1 more breath in downward dog. With your exhale, bend your knees, gaze to the front, and tiptoe to the front of your mat, forward fold, or flat back. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Have the toes touching. The heels are slightly apart. Let me face you again. On your inhale, sweep the arms up. Two options here. Either interlace the three outer fingers, pointer and thumb are reaching up into your sword mudra, or the hands can reach the elbows. And notice if you're hiking the shoulders a lot, release the shoulders slightly down, not too much. On your inhale, try to find length, like you're lifting the torso off of your hips. With your exhale, bend to the right. I'll be mirroring you in this one. Opening the side body, whether you're here or the arms are straight, they're both great ways to open the whole side body. But get to a space where there's no pinching in the shoulders. Press through the left foot. On your next inhale, rise up. And with the exhale, soften to change sides. The hands to the left. Anchor the right foot, bending to the left. Lengthen the whole right side body. But keep the length, the crown of the head away from your feet. Shoulders stay soft. If this bothers your neck, you can always look down. And inhale, reach up. With your exhale, draw the hands down next to you and roll the shoulders a few times. Look down to release your neck. Have some space between your feet, even a little bit wider than your hips. And inhale, reach the arms up. With your exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. If you have the blocks, it's a great place to use them under the hands, or you can spider finger the hands if you need to. Bend the left knee, anchoring the left hand on a block or spider fingers, and with your inhale, lift the right hand up towards the sky. Creating as much space as you can between the right hand and the left hand. Gaze can be up. If the neck is sensitive, always look down. You're reaching out from the shoulder blades, staying light on the left hand. Full breath in. Exhale, look down, release the right hand down, bend the right knee, and inhale, lift the left hand up. Deepen the breath. And a full breath in. Exhale, release. Either spider fingers on a block or anchor. We're doing it again. Left hand down, inhale, right hand up. And change sides. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. So you're bending the knee that's on the same side with the hand down. And change. We'll do one more on each side. Let's do one more with the left hand up. And exhale, come back to the center. Bend both knees. Heel toe the feet out. The toes are out. The heels are in. And slowly start lowering your hips. That might mean that the heels might lift. And here's when you can roll the mat or a blanket and put it under your heels. Hands to the heart, lengthen through your spine. Just to release the back, try to lengthen as much as you can, pressing the chest to the front. And a deep breath in. And exhale, release. Heel toe the feet to the center. Bend your knees, sit bones towards each other, and inhale, ragdoll all the way up. Using your glute muscles, your thighs, not so much the back, shoulders back, arms overhead. And exhale, let it go. Very good. So you're standing here, hands to your heart. Stand to the width of your mat. If you look at the feet, the outside edges of your feet are parallel to the short ends of the mat. The toes are slightly in and the heels are out. Draw the shoulders back, hands are on your hips. Inhale, rise through the crown of your head. And with your exhale, hinge from your hips. Pause here and just rest the hands on the blocks or on the floor. Try to have the back flat, and notice right away if the back is rounding and the shoulders are shrugging, allow an equal bend in both knees. Then spread the toes wherever you are. If the legs are straight, can you squeeze your thigh muscles around the bones and then have the hands walk to the front? Again, you can carry your block with you. The hands can be fully down or spider finger the hands. The sit bones pass your heels back. You're dipping down with your chest, tucking your chin. Feel like the sit bones are lengthening back and the fingertips are lengthening to the front, again creating that space between the vertebrae of the spine. Spread the toes again. Keep the breath going. And when you're ready, bend your knees, walk the hands under the chest, hands on your hips, and a deep inhale to lift you up. Open your mouth and let it go. I'll be mirroring you again. So the left toes are pointing to the front of the mat. The right toes are inward. Open the arms up. Bend the left knee. Your left knee is over your heel. So you might need to heel toe the foot to the front if you want. Or the thigh can be a little bit higher with the knee before your heel. The outside edge of the back foot is pressing down. Spread the toes. And if you look at the front knee, you can see the big toe on the inside of your knee. So you're flaring that left knee slightly out to engage the inner thighs. Lengthen the sides of the torso. Keep the shoulders down and soft as you reach out from the shoulder blades to the fingertips and gaze to your left. On your inhale, extend and expand. Take space around you. And with your exhale, lower, warrior two. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, sweep your arms, extend the leg. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale 1 more time. Take as much space around you as you can. And exhale, release. When you're ready, the left forearm to the thigh, right arm over your ear, and open the right shoulder slightly. Draw the shoulder blades back. Have a little pinch or a stitch between the shoulder blades. Deepen your breath. You're in side angle. Try to stay light on the left forearm, creating as much space as you can between the right foot, the back foot, and the upper hand. Widen the collarbones. Take a full breath in. With your exhale, sweep the right arm back or behind your back. Gaze down towards your foot and inhale, rise up, reverse warrior. So if you're really feeling it in the front leg, option to extend the leg. Opening the whole side body. Opening the arch under the armpit, under the shoulder. Take a full breath in. And with your exhale, come back to the center. Hands are on your hips and have the toes pointing forward. Changing sides. Right toes are pointing back. The left toes are inward. If you look at the feet, you have heel to heel alignment or heel to arch alignment, or even wider if that feels better. Bend the right knee. Flare the knee slightly out. Lengthen the sides of the torso. Open the arms and gaze to the right. Maybe even press with the arms out. Warrior two, gazing to the right. Keep deepening your breath. Option to pulse the hands up and down just a little bit, engaging the arms fully. Pause here. Inhale, sweep the arms up, extend the right leg. And exhale, warrior two. 2 more times. Inhale. It creates space on the inside of your body, and exhale. 1 more time, full breath in. And exhale. Warrior two, very nice. Release the right forearm to the thigh, left arm over your ear. Open the right shoulder slightly. Lengthen the side ribs. Deepen your breath. Gaze can be up. If this bothers your neck, you can always look down. Sweep the left arm back, either to the thigh or behind you. Gaze down and inhale, rise up. The knee can be bent or straighten the leg and open the whole right side body. Keep the shoulders soft. And notice here, if you're flaring the ribs out, draw the ribs in. A little baby tuck in your hips. You're intentionally squeezing your thigh muscles. And one more full breath in. And with your exhale, come back to the center. Heel toe the feet closer and closer, and then step to the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And with your exhale, swan dive down. Take it slow, bend your knees, release your glutes, maybe wiggle, wiggle, make it feel good. Option to sway the head front and back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep bend in the knees. Anchor the hands and step the knee. The right knee back and the left knee back. Your back and your table. We'll do a few cat-cows here. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the sit bones, release the belly. And exhale, round your back, tuck your hips, tuck your chin. This feels really good. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale to cat pose. One more time, full breath in. And exhale, round. Come back to the center, walk the hands closer towards you to rise up. Going to camel pose. So you have the knees exactly under your hip bones. Tuck your toes. Hands are on the back. The fingers can be pointing forward or can be pointing down, and roll the shoulders back with the elbows slightly back. Inhale again, lengthen as if you're lifting the torso off the hips, the crown of the head up. With your exhale, press the hips to the front and just lean back slightly, but without collapsing into the lower back. Keep pulling the crown of the head away from your knees, pressing the hips to the front to keep the thighs perpendicular to the floor. Gaze can be to the front. It's our first camel pose. We're doing another one deeper, so take it at your own pace. Full breath in. And exhale, come back to the center. Notice how that felt. If you need the blanket under the knees, please find it. There could be some pressure on your knees here. Yogi's choice, I'll take you one step and then further stop at the point that feels best for your back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the lower back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean back. Keep the length in your spine. Press the hips forward, thighs perpendicular to the floor. Keep the shoulders soft. Option to stay here or slide the hands down the back of the thighs. Option to stay here or maybe lean back, find your heels, press the hips, keep the thighs pressing forward. Option to gaze to the front if the neck is sensitive, or you can look slightly up or behind you. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold the breath. The sit bones are squeezing towards each other. And take a full breath in. With your exhale, first look forward and very slowly hands to your back to rise up. And just simply, very slowly, sit back on your heels or on the top of your feet into Vajrasana Hero seated pose. And take a moment here to come back inward, to come back to your breath. Deepen your breath. Swivel your legs. Keep the breath nice and long and deep. Have the hands behind you with the fingers pointing back. And then you have the right foot down and the left ankle above the right foot. Flex the left foot. And then notice here, the right foot is to the front. You can bring the heel towards the sit bone as close as you want, as long as you're not tightening the shoulders and sinking down into the shoulders. As long as there's that space there, somewhat of a space there, that's fine. As long as that's not hurting your left knee, because this is deeper, So if your knee is bothering you, just slide the right foot closer to the front. And keep flexing the left foot. That should help your knee out. And just sway side to side. A simple, small sway side to side to release and open your hips. Maybe we go deeper with the foot down, lifting the sternum, getting a nice stretch in the shoulder, and then changing side, but be very mindful how you feel. And I'll meet you in the center. Very good. Come to the center of your mat. You're still in figure 4. And then come all the way to your back. Still in figure 4. Hands are framing your hips. And then flex the left foot again and simply lift the right leg. And exhale, tap it down. Tap the toes down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tap. Pause here. Notice the space in the middle of the back. If you're lifting the ribs here, draw the ribs back. That's what it means to zip the core or draw the navel to the spine. So there's no space at all in the lower back. Keep that going. And then inhale, lift. And exhale, tap. Notice how that's more protected on the lower back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tap. Keep pressing even here. Inhale. You don't have to go all the way to tap. You can go halfway. One more inhale and exhale, release. To counter pose, keep the legs here and then into figure 4 and then lift the hands to the front, the chin up towards the sky. Keep the space between your chin and your chest. Option to lift the legs up. If the neck is sensitive, you can always interlace the fingers behind the head. The elbows are out. Add a little pulsation here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Very good. Both feet are down. The hip flexors need a nice stretch after this anchor. The hands tuck the shoulders under and inhale, lift into your bridge pose. Lifting the chest towards your chin, the belly button up towards the sky. Keep pressing with the outer shoulders and the triceps down, maybe even creating robot arms to protect your neck, to lift your C7 from the neck. And one more. Inhale, lift. With your exhale, release the upper back, middle of the back, lower back, and finally your hips. Hands are on your shins or your knees. We'll do 3 spinal rolls. Inhale, the feet are back. Exhale, halfway up. Inhale, back. Exhale. Inhale, back. And exhale, come up into seated. We have one more side. So you're in the center of the mat again. Have the left foot anchored. Hands are behind you. Right ankle above the knee. Flex your foot and just sway side to side. If you want to go deeper, have the heel closer. To dial back, have the foot to the front. Keep flexing the right foot to help your knee out and start with small swaying side to side. Just a simple release. Start deepening then the foot all the way down or halfway down. Lift the sternum and then up to the other side. Take care of your shoulders. You don't have to go all the way down. Inhale to one side. And exhale. This is one of my favorite stretches. It feels good on my shoulders, on my hips. And inhale. And exhale. I'll meet you back in the center. From the center of the mat, come all the way down to your back. You're in figure 4. So we'll start here with the hands framing the hips. Remember to press the navel to the spine. There's no space in the lower back or in the middle of the back. And then inhale, lift the left leg. And exhale, either tap or halfway. Depends on when your back starts lifting. Inhale, lift. Exhale, maybe halfway. Go lower and see if it lifts you. Pause there. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale exhale. 2 more times. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, release the foot down. Option to keep the foot down or lift the legs up, lift the shoulders, lift the chin towards the sky. Keep the space between the chin and the chest and start pulsing. Hands can be under your head, the legs can be lifting, and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. And then, release. That hip flexor needs the stretch. Bridge pose one more time. Walk the heels closer towards you. Tuck the shoulders and inhale, lift up. Maybe tuck the shoulders even more. I like to interlace my fingers behind me if I can keep pressing the shoulders and the triceps down. Take 2 more belly breaths. On your next inhale, lift. With the exhale, release the hands if they're interlaced and start coming down 1 vertebra at a time. And the hips come all the way down. Hug the knees. Inhale, shoot back. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, shoot. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, and come all the way up to seated. We'll do a few seated stretches, starting with Janu Shirshasana. So your legs are straight in front of you. Move the flesh out of the way. Flex the feet. Let's start with some squeezing in the thighs here. The hands are framing your hips, and just simply squeeze the thigh muscles around the bones as much as you can, and then release. Inhale, squeeze, and release. And then squeeze again, and release. Notice if the back is rounding, get that blanket or the cushion under the sit bones. Again, squeeze, and release. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and then squeeze and keep squeezing. Keep holding on. Keep holding on as tight as you can. Deepen the breath, lengthen through your spine. Keep holding and squeezing, and we'll do smaller pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. Very good. Shake your knees, wiggle the torso. And now we move on to Janu Shirshasana, the left foot on the inside of your thigh. Flex the right toes and inhale, reach up. With your exhale, hinge from your hips, lengthen through your spine, keep the shoulders back, and then rest the hands to frame any part of the leg. Once you're here, wiggle your way. The sit bones are anchored. You're hinging from the hips, so the tailbone is long with the sit bones reaching back. The shoulder blades are back. And then rest your hands or hold on to the foot, ankle, shin, wherever you are. If you have a belt or a yoga strap, that's a great place to use it as well. Then notice the back of your neck. If there's a lift, try to have no wrinkles on the back of your neck. Come back to that squeezing in the right thigh to protect your knee, and maybe you can deepen into the posture. With your inhale, the crown of the head reaches to the front, and with your exhale, you deepen a little bit more into the pose. On your next inhale, lift the gaze, lift the shoulders, and walk your way up. Have the left foot on the outside of the knee or the thigh, and pull the foot towards you as much as you can. The left hand is back, and just hug your knee towards you. Rotate from the shoulders, from the core. You're still flexing the right foot, and notice here you're drawing the ribs back away from your thigh. The neck stays in line with your spine, and the shoulders are aligned. And just take a few breaths here, hugging your knee, getting into the outside of your hip. And when you're ready to get deeper into the twist, maybe you hook the elbow to the outside of your knee today. A little bit deeper would be extending the arm with the palm facing you to protect the elbow. Keep the shoulders down. The gaze soft, your facial muscles soft, and the length in your spine. And when you're ready, very, very slowly come out of the posture. And this time you're hugging the left knee on top of the right. So really tightening the thighs towards each other, pulling the upper foot, the left foot towards you even more. And then the right leg that's straight, have the right foot to the left to the opposite side. Once you're here and settled, anchor the sit bones down, then start walking your way to the front, folding. You could be up here really high. You can have that cushion between you and your thigh so you can rest down. And there's some rounding in the back in this one, and that works too. Take a few deep breaths. And here, with every inhale, feel the back ribs and the side ribs expand, fill with air. Make the exhale long. Again, a deep breath in. And a long exhale out. On your next inhale, lift the gaze, lift the shoulders, and walk your way up. Very slowly release the legs. Shake your knees. Rub the thighs and the back of the thighs and the top of your knees. And now flex the left foot. You have the right foot on the inside of your thigh. Draw the left hip crease slightly back to have the hips aligned. Wiggle, wiggle so you can anchor the sit bones. Reach up with the arms. Take a deep breath in. And with the exhale, fold. Start with folding, just reaching to the front. Not with the shoulders. The shoulders stay back, but the crown of the head to the front. And the hands can rest on the foot, ankle, shin, or knee, and the shoulders back. Hinge a little bit deeper. Your back wants you to round, especially from the lower back. Lengthen the tailbone with the sit bones reaching back. Dip down from the chest, from the ribs. Wrap the shoulder blades back. So you could be here or here or here. Wherever you are is great. What you're not doing is shrugging the shoulders to get deeper down and rounding the shoulders and the upper back. Maybe on your next inhale, you can lengthen the spine, the crown of the head to the front, and with the exhale, you can deepen a little bit more and then squeeze those thigh muscles around the bones again. On your inhale, lift the gaze, lift the shoulders, and walk your way up. Have the right foot on the outside of your knee or closer outside of your foot. Keep the left foot flexed, right hand behind you. Inhale, reach up with the left arm so you can lengthen the spine as much as you can, and then hug your knee, rotate from the shoulders. Keep the neck soft in line with your spine. Hug your knee a little bit more, get that stretch in the outer hip. Notice if you're leaning back or if you're rounding, try to anchor the sit bones and rise. If that's not working, try to get a block under the right hand, the one that's behind you, or get a blanket to sit on. To deepen into the stretch, maybe hook the elbow to the outside of your knee. Maybe you extend the arm with the palm facing you. Maybe. Draw the ribs back, and with every inhale, length. With every exhale, a little bit deeper. Very slowly come out of this posture. Take your time and release. Have the right foot towards you, tighten the knees to the center and the right foot even closer, and then the left foot, the straight leg foot, comes to the right to the opposite side. You're really tightening the knees as much as you can, and always having the hips a little bit higher would help with that. Start leaning to the front, walking the hands to the front. There could be a cushion under your chest or not, and allow some rounding here. Deepen your breath. Notice, what are you gripping onto? What are you holding onto that you can let go of? A few more breaths. Notice where your mind is and bring it back here into your body with your breath to follow the sensation of your breath. Keep holding on to the breath as you slowly rise up and slowly release the legs. And then come to the center of your mat to come all the way to your back. I'll turn around. All the way to your back. Hug your knees to your chest. And just sway side to side. Deepen your breath. Have the hands on your knees and draw circles with the knees out in different directions or the same direction. And then change directions. Pause here. Find your happy baby. Lift the legs up, the hands to the outside or inside edges of the feet. I like to wrap my two-piece fingers around the big toes if you'd like. And then open the legs out. The hamstrings press down. And then notice you want the tailbone to be one day, maybe not today, flat down on the mat. That's the goal to work towards, is to lengthen the spine, the lower back so much that the tailbone is pressing down. Option to sway side to side or not. Maybe be playful, extend one leg at a time. Maybe you extend both or half extend and open the legs if that feels good. That's the beauty of holding with the two-piece fingers. You get more control. And when you're ready, slowly release the feet down. Very good. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up, interlace the fingers behind the thigh or behind the calf, and just rotate the ankle a few times. In both directions, maybe point and flex, and then extend the left leg with the heel resting down to the mat. One more lift with the foot towards your forehead. And then bend your knee, left hand on the outside of the leg. Release the knee all the way to the left. Extend the right arm, gaze to the right. Try to keep the right shoulder down, even if the right knee comes a little bit higher. Where's your breath? And very, very slowly come back to the center. Center the hips if they moved. And then when you're ready, lift the left leg up. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Keep the back of the shoulders down. And just rotate the ankle a few times. Clear the mind. Notice any thoughts passing by and let them trickle from the back of your head into the earth. Let go of any thoughts. Option to extend the right leg with the heel resting down to open the hip flexors. Maybe the hands are to the calf or they stay behind the thigh. And when you're ready, bend the knee, the right hand on the outside of your knee. Release the knee all the way to the right. Left arm is next to you. Gaze to the left. Again, bring your attention to your muscles. What are you holding on to that you can let go of? What muscles are you gripping that you can release? Bring your attention to the mind, and what thoughts are you holding on to that you can let go of? Very slowly come back to the center. Center your hips. If the lower back is sensitive, you can have maybe some pillows under your knees or keep the knees bent with the knees together, the feet are out. Lift the hips up and then release the lower back and the hips down. Arms are next to you and just wiggle your way to flatten the back of the shoulders, curling the fingers into our final pose. Soften your gaze or close your eyes and stay right where you are. Take a full breath in and a long exhale out. Again, a deep breath in. Hold at the top of your breath. Open the mouth and let it go. One more clearing breath. Fill the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. One more sip. And then open the mouth and let it go. Now you have nothing to do. Nowhere to be. Nothing to worry about. Just simply stay right here to be. Allow your mind to follow the breath and to just witness the belly gently rise and release down. Soften the jaw, the creases on your face. Feel your eyelids heavy. And allow your whole body to rest. The whole body sink into your mat. Acknowledge thoughts passing by. Notice them and let them go, just so you can be. Feel free to stay here as long as you need to, as long as you want to. I will let you go. Thank you so much for joining me in my practice today. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. May all your obstacles be removed. Namaste.